You know how I go. One thing for certain, two things for sure. Man, I'm going to get that work in. We going to get that work in. Right here, just working on coming down transition. Getting like a little hesitation, skip, hop. Starting on this right side so the footwork will be right, left. I mean, great for just attacking, coming down here, boom, skip, right, left. Hold that follow through, pull up that jumper. You know, I say to start off, man, make at least 3. You can go 5, 10, 15, 25, just depending on what type of time you got. But you should have this from 3-point line and mid-range as well. And I would say you should have it from 7 spots. You know, you have the top of the key, which I'm doing right now, and you have like coming down at an angle, like free throw line extended on both sides, and you have the absolute wing. You know, you should have this coming down in transition, be able to stop and pop. You know, whether you going right, left with the ball in your right hand, whether you going left, right with the ball in your right hand, or whether you coming into like a hop step on that pull up, boom, right, left, cashing in, boom, find it. You gotta find it. And people been asking as well, like, what are these things that I'm using? They have them in any gym that has volleyball poles or have volleyball activities. So I just use them, make them a little bit harder for me to shoot. Kind of simulate somebody, you know, having a hand in my face or a taller defender. So, man, keeps me in the motion, keeps me in the action, especially when you're working out by yourself and you don't have anybody putting a hand up. But if I do not have this, I use a chair or I use some shoes so I can't hop too much forward, or use a cone. A lot of time people hop over cones, so I really don't like the cones. I like big cones if I use the cones. But yeah, we coming down transition, cashing in, man. I believe, you know, every basketball player needs this type of shot. I say it doesn't have to be from the 3-point line. It can be from the mid-range, just stopping and popping, hesitate. You know, you can lean a little bit more left, right on this opposite side, cashing in, just finding your flow. It's all about finding your groove, you know. You can hit a move before, in and out crossover, or in and out, lean into it. But just, this is the basic one, just starting out in transition, coming down, stopping and pop finding. So now we're going twing, and now I put a little hesitation on it. So hard between, little quick between, finding the flow, boom, leaning, like a little skip going into that left, right. See, tween, pound, left, right, cashing in, bang. I say find your groove, man, find your flow. And the move doesn't even have to initially be a between the legs. It can be a behind the back, it can be a crossover. It can be a jab to the right, it can be a rip to the left. You know, jab right, slow to the left. It could be a rip to the left, you know, with the right foot starting off, rip to the left with the left foot starting off, man. But it's just about finding your groove, finding your rhythm. You know, if you want to have the same setup and create your own type of style, that's on you. You know, like I always say, I want to encourage just activity, getting that work in, you know, challenging yourself, having fun, loving the game, loving yourself, releasing that energy. You know, on top of that, if you're a basketball player, that's something you do. You know, the great drills to work on to help you get better. Man, you need a mid-range game. Some people try to say you don't need a mid-range game, but if you look at all the elite basketball players at the highest level, college level, overseas level, wherever you play at high school level, middle school level, man, guys can shoot the ball from 12 feet to, you know, when you talk about pros, 25, 27 feet, you know, just extending your game, you know, and not necessarily saying, and I really don't believe you have to ultimately, I never believe you have to ultimately have a high-level three-point shot to be the top basketball player in the game. Like, you have to be able to understand how to play the game, understand how to get to your spot, understand how to score anywhere between 8 and 18 feet. You know, if you're a little bit efficient from the three-point line, that's cool as a basketball player. But, you know, I believe they try to make it to where, like, if you don't shoot threes or you don't, you know, heave up threes, you're not a good basketball player. And I believe, you know, the game starts inside out. So that's why I still, to this day, I believe having a solid big man is very essential to the game and having a good team. But right here, we just working on, I don't know if I was doing crossovers up between the legs, but we just keeping it basic, working with this heavy basketball, SKLZ, heavy basketball people always ask cross, pound cross, Euro 1, 2, took it behind my back on that one, finding your flow. You can finish with the left hand off the left foot, right hand off the left foot. I mean, if you want to take a hop step instead of the Euro step, that's on you. If you want to spin, that's on you as well. If you want to make another crossover, that's cool. Like I said, just by finding your flow and finding your groove and moving like water. You know, when the time is right, you're able to perform a move or action, or you understand the flow. But I believe whatever you practice it a lot of times. Might not practice it every day, but, you know, you practice the style every day, you come back to it. I say we start off with like 5 makes, 10 makes, 15 makes, 25 makes, whatever you have time for. The more you do something a lot of times, the more confident you become in it. You know, whatever we do to the right, we particularly do to the left. We always gonna do to the left. I mean, most of the time, whatever we do to the left side of the floor, we do to the right. Whatever we do to the right, we do to the left. It's about being comfortable and understanding, you know, what you're capable of and having confidence of finishing. Finishing and making plays. And that's not only with, excuse me, that's not only with offense, that's with defense as well. You know, that's why it's very important to watch film of yourself playing basketball, other people playing basketball, paying attention to footwork, paying attention to passes, plays, where you getting the ball on the floor, what moves you make, what moves you comfortable making. If you're dealing with an injury, what's your strong side? If you're defending a player, like what's their strengths, what their weaknesses? And same thing with your teammates, you know, understanding their spots. You know, that's part of the game as well. But we're going up and under on that with boom, pound, cross, same thing, opposite side, finishing with that right hand. You can go with an underhand finish. You can go with an overhand finish. Situations require different things. Sometimes, you know, the defender might be behind you. You know, he's on your back. You know, you might go with that underhand. You know, if you go with that overhand, the ball is exposed and it's easier, you know, for the person to block the shot that's behind you. But at the same time, if you going with the underhand and the gap is not too far, of course, it's exposed to the person in front of you unless you're really getting it up high off the glass or you have a lot of separation. So that's when that overhand come in handy. So it's a few things you have to think about when you perform and stuff, but it all happens in an instant. So that's why you practice, you know, practice. It's like thinking without thinking, being free, you know. Control plus natural instinct. So, you know, the control part is just working on something over and over and over again. Natural instinct is just flow. You're controlling your natural instincts, understanding when it's time to do certain things or how to do certain things at a particular moment. Now we go right, left, finish in front. I believe I did a couple of finishes in front. Did a couple of finishes up and under. Say right here, I'm finishing with the left hand off the left foot. If you want to finish with the right hand off the left foot, that's cool. If you don't want to do crossovers, that's cool. If you want to do between the legs, cross in and out, you know, more than likely, I'm going to start out basic. Then I'm going to go into my advanced stuff. That's what I particularly always do. Start out basic, then go to my advanced stuff. You know, just like I started off in front of the rim with the finishes. Then I went with the up and under, show and go. You know, showing and finishing. You know, just finding that flow. Boom, cross, high, cross, pound, 1, 2. Get to the opposite side. You know, just finding and remind you, man, I'm doing this with the heavy basketball. So when you do it with the regular basketball, the feel for the ball becomes so easy. Like, so easy, man. But, hey, while y'all here, though, appreciate y'all, man, showing love. We almost at 25K subscribers, which is pretty cool. Man, make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. You know, like the video, drop a positive comment, share it with somebody you believe will need it. You know, and just continue to work hard if you're watching my videos and duplicating it. I mean, if you just watching it because you like what I do, man, appreciate you as well. You know, I got the apparel. I'm going to tag in this video as well. But, man, keep showing love, man. You know, keep your confidence, and greatness takes time to come with a grind. Right here, I'm going twing. 1, 2, pound behind. Getting it like the in and out, coming back. 1, 2, pound behind. In and out. Using my footwork. My feet really ultimately never stop moving. Feet always moving. Finding that flow, man. It's all about getting that work in. Now I did 1, 2, 3. So see, I pop it 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, pop. 1, 2, 3, 4, man. Finding that groove, man. I say, man, I appreciate y'all tapping in, tuning in, showing love. Man, I don't even have an ultimate goal on how many subscribers I want to have, man. I just want to continue to do what I love and educate people, man, and show love and share my work to the world, man. Appreciate y'all, man. Have a great day.